Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys. Oh yeah. Breakfast with your Coys. Breakfast with your Coys.
It is game day. Game day. North London Derby day today. Happy Sunday, everyone. Arguably my favourite morning of the week. I'm a bit nervous. I am a little nervous today. There was a lot riding on this game. And after last night's games as well, the table is starting to take shape a little bit. Man City winning, of course, putting that pressure on Arsenal, which is what we wanted. And at the bottom, West Ham only managing a point takes us a point closer to us. Teams like Leeds United getting a valuable point at Villa, so close to winning. And Brighton, who were dropping like a stone, suddenly getting a win out of nowhere. And suddenly they look clear of us as well. So we have to get something today out of the game because everyone around us got points. Of course, Forest played a day. Liverpool, I think. That will be a tough game for them. But a massive game in the North London Derby today. Mickey van der Ven has spoken, of course, on Sky Sports about Thomas Frank, about the new manager, about how important this game is. Again, talk is cheap, isn't it? Let's see it on the pitch. It's all about performing today at 4:30. Massive game. I'm nervous, guys. I'm not going to lie. Don't often wake up nervous to games, but I've woken up a little nervous today. Not that I think a lot rides on it, as in, we're not going to go down. Arsenal won't win the league if they win today, but I still feel like this is a poignant moment in the season and a big moment. If Spurs can get a victory today, as unlikely as it seems, it takes us 7 clear of West Ham. I think that almost certainly rules us out of trouble already. Might be a big call now, but I think if we win and go 7 clear of West Ham, I think that's a big ask for West Ham to come back and catch us. Guys, drop a comment and let me know how you're feeling this Sunday morning. I have a cup of tea. Let me know what you're drinking. What is your cup of choice this morning? Is it a tea? Is it a coffee? Have you got an espresso? I don't know. I drink tea or coffee. Nothing fancy. Straight as it comes. Americano or just a builder's tea. Has to be strong. Has to be strong tea though. A few chocolate biscuits to dunk in, and I'm happy. My Sunday morning is made. So let's say hello to the chat. Let's see who's in this morning. I got to be honest, I am shattered this morning. Didn't sleep great last night, and yeah, it is what it is. Suffering with a migraine most of yesterday. Still not great today. As you can see, my eyes hardly opening, which is fantastic. But guys, I hope you are all well this morning. Let's say hello to the chat. The Devil's in. And he says, could never have a better incentive to win today. Widen that gap between us and the bottom 3 and scupper our rivals' title challenge by making it possible for City to overtake them. Let's do this. Absolutely agree, mate. This is why it's such a big game, right? It's not only for what we can do to ourselves, it's how much pain we can inflict on Arsenal. And, a month ago, they were so far clear. The title was theirs. And if we can get something today, even if it's a draw, 3 points in it, City have a game in hand, and they've got a play as well yet. It's in City's hands, and suddenly Arsenal don't look as if they're going to win that title. But listen, hey, it could all change today. Arsenal win, suddenly they're 5 clear again, and, we will see what happens. But big up to you, Devil. I hope you're well. The Stoic is in. Big up, buddy. I hope you're well. He says, struggling to sleep, and the game is now just exactly 12 hours away. The minimum I am hoping to see is effort from our team, and my fervent hope is for the morale boosting win. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely big up to you, the Stoic. And I agree. I struggled to sleep last night as well. I'm not sure if that was the Spurs Arsenal game or whether it's just because I had a thumping headache. But it is what it is. Listen, it's a massive game, and I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm expecting a performance from Spurs today. I'm expecting us to turn up. I'm expecting. And when I expect, usually with Spurs, they so often let us down, don't they? But um, did anyone see the Van de Ven interview? I've literally just caught 5 or 6 minutes of it before I came on here. I didn't even know there was one out, but seen it, seen bits of it. Um, didn't give too much away on the Frank thing, did he? Said it's always sad when a manager leaves. Didn't look too sad to me, but there you go. And he said that Tudor's very straight talking, gets to the point quickly, which I'm guessing is what we need, right? We need we need points, and we need Tudor to make his mark and make his mark straight away. And of course, on North London Derby, he says it's a game that Spurs have to be up for, but the fans need to get behind them the whole game. I noticed he said that, you know, when Michael Dawson asked him a message to the fans, he was like, "Can you get behind us the whole game?" And I think that's what we've got to do, regardless of how tough it gets during the game. Barbaric is in, said, "Good morning, Nige. Hope you're well, young sir. It's Eagle time. 1-0 win today. Smash your likes and subs, people." It is Eagle Day today. It's a massive game. I'm looking forward to seeing how much bigger he is than Arteta when they shake hands at the kickoff. Yeah, massive game. We're all expecting, aren't we? Guys, everyone in there. I know. Listen, we don't all think we're going to win, right? This is not a question of Spurs fans being deluded and being like, "Yeah, we're going to win 3-0. We're going to win 4-0. We're gonna smash them 6-1." It's one of them where we expect a performance. Whatever comes from that performance comes from that performance. But we expect a performance. Let's hope we get one. The two Mark Show Cookies in said, "Morning, mate. Good morning to you, Cookie. I will be passing you over to the two Mark Show afterwards, which I will be making an appearance on as well. Once I've made myself another cuppa. But massive game, and big up to you, Cookie. Absolutely smashing it at the moment. The Two Marks Show. If you haven't, get over and sub to their channel. I'm sure you have, though. Steve's in said, "Good morning, Nige. I hope you're well. It's game day. Let's smash the Gooners. North London is ours. Come on, you Spurs." Loving the positivity. Big up to you, Steve. Yeah, it's a massive day for us. It's a massive day, and let's absolutely go at them. Let's smash them. Let's get into every single tackle first. Win every first ball. Win every second ball. Really put it in and get amongst them and make them feel as uncomfortable as possible. Two Mark Show saying, "Come on, you Spurs." Absolutely. Kate's in saying, "Good morning, Nige. Hope you're excited to see what Tudor's done with this team." Good morning to you, Kate. I am excited to see what he's done with this team. It's listen, there's only been a week, but it's interesting. And let's see. Let's see what happens. But hopefully 3 points today. Steve says, "Anyone else seen pictures of Madison actually training with the squad yesterday? Encouraging." I did. I did see that, mate. And yeah, I must admit, I got quite excited by those pictures. He is back in first team training, everyone. Anyone who doesn't know, James Maddison back in first team training. How far he is away from first team football, I don't know. But there is a thought that he could make an appearance before the end of the season. I'm kind of hopeful, like Steve says here. Imagine surprise inclusion on the bench today. I can dream. Imagine Maddison on the bench today. I'd be brilliant. You know what? If he can make an amazing surprise, that's not going to happen. Um, just an appearance. I don't know. Maybe in the Forest home game. That would be fantastic. Forest home is where I'm hoping to see James Maddison back. But let's see. Let's see what happens. It's good news, a bit of good news in a lot of crap that we've had so far this season. Let's hope he can stay fit, though, when he does come back. Rodney's in, saying big up, Lange out, absolutely. Big up to you, Rodney. Lange out 100%. He is an absolute joker, isn't he? An absolute joker. His interview yesterday, just pure waffle. Absolute pure waffle comes out of his mouth. He is he's not the man for me. He needs to go. But you would have thought he would have gone a long time ago, and he's still there. So he must have something over the club. Must have something. Be, I don't know, be with one of the owner's daughters daughter. I don't know. I don't know. Something's going on though. That he's still got a job there. Scott Colliver's in. I'll stop waffling, saying hello, Nigel chat. Good morning to you, Scott. I hope you're well, mate. And Steve saying hello to Cookie. And Cookie saying hello back. Wayne Bonner's in, saying good morning, folks. Hope you're well. Spurs to win 7-0 or 3-2. I'm on you, Spurs. I'll take either, mate. I would take either. 7-0 would be lovely, wouldn't it? 3-2. That would do. That would do. It'd be nice to see a high scoring game today, wouldn't it? I don't want, listen, I take a 1-0, of course. But I don't want it to be like a boring game. I want to see some excitement. I want to see some tackles flying in. I want to see I want to see everything. I want to see everything. Red card would be nice, but let's see what happens. Marcus says nervous. Tea, please. Absolutely, mate. I've got my cup of hair. Happy days. Drula's in, said morning Nigel chat. I was okay. She just said nervous. Sorry, I'm passing on my nervous energy to everyone. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, Drula. Fernie, big up, mate. Says Anton Deck, Ian Rice, let's get ready to crumble. Let's hope. Let's hope they do. They are crumbling now, aren't they? Listen, they could turn up today and absolutely wipe the floor of us. Could be 3-0 by half time. We could end up losing like we did at the Emirates. But got a feeling, and especially if we can score first, that they may just fold like a pack of cards. It's listen, I'm clutching. I am clutching, I know. But let's see what happens. Kate saying good morning to Wayne. Andrew Gregory's in, said morning, Nige. I'm quite relaxed. And I've got a black Americano. Oh, good choice. Good choice. I do like a black Americano, but I usually have that when I go to a coffee shop, which I often get. Just people just look at me weird when I go into a coffee shop and get a black Americano. And I get it. I understand because it is literally coffee without anything. And people are like, you've come to a coffee shop for a black Americano, which you could have made at home in 10 seconds. And it's cost you like $3.50. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I like. It is what it is. Wayne says good morning to Kate, and Marcus says, Coys, don't want Arsenal winning the title. We definitely don't want Arsenal winning the title, do we? It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Pete Zen says lose today and you are 4 points from relegation. Just saying. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I mean, we're 4 points from relegation now. So we're already there, mate. We're already feeling it. Win today and we're 7 points and pretty much safe. So yeah, big game for at both ends of the table. Mike Peppers in said, morning all. Blood and sweat is a minimum today. Or shame on them. Absolutely, mate. They have let us down all season, this team, haven't they? Whether we blame the manager or whoever we blame, this team have let us down all season. It's time to step up. It's time to step up. And someone said I'm going to try and get this question right. And someone said I saw it on YouTube yesterday, and I'll come back with who said it in a bit because my mind's gone totally blank. But he said, "Would you rather us take a win today, beat Arsenal today, and lose the next two? And it doesn't really matter, I guess, or lose today and win the next two." And I'm very much like, you know what? I take the win today and lose the next two. Guys, what do you think? Would you win today, lose the next two, or would you take a defeat today if we win our next two? I don't know. I'd take it. It's all about winning this game in the North London derby for me, and hoping we help out other teams along the way. Marcus says, I think we might be shocked. Tudor may turn our Spurs around. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. We need something and need something quick. Um, Ghosted is in saying, big up, Nige. Come on, you effing Spurs. Absolutely. And it is a massive game today because if we do roll over and get our bellies tickled, suddenly all this build up of Tudor could fall on deaf ears, and it could be a difficult rest of the season if we just turn up and get our bellies tickled. I don't think we will. I really don't. Truth set you free. It says, I'm quietly confident that Tottenham would win today. I'm feeling you, mate. I'm feeling you. At the moment, I'm quite confident. I'm quite confident. And Ledu says, mate, you're wearing red. It's actually, it's kind of a purple. It's a purple. Well, it's not a purple, is it? The more I'm looking at it is, it's Costa red. Yeah, it is Costa. I did think that when I put it on this morning, but I'm like, no one's going to notice. Who's going to notice it? It's not really red. Big up to you, mate. Big up. But you are right. I am kind of wearing red. Terrell is in saying, big up, Nige. Big up to you, buddy. I hope you're well. Good luck today. Not really good luck. Good luck for the rest of the season. Definitely not today, mate. I hope you're well, buddy. Ghost has said, I can accept a defeat at the Emirates, but at our ground, we have to get something from the game. I agree. And you know what? I'm fed up with teams doing the double over us this season. So fed up with it. Bournemouth has smashed us twice, you know. I'm sure there's others. I'm sure there's others, but you know, let's stop teams doing a double over us. It's been an awful season. And I'll bring the league table up in a minute. I couldn't believe in 26 games, we have only won 7. That is terrible. Like really bad. Really bad. Let's hope we can improve on that today. Adam's in, said Morning Nige and the chat really up for today. We'll be singing and cheering on the lads until my voice goes up the Spurs. North London is ours. I love that. Come on, get in now. Yes, yes. I got a good feeling about today so far. Don't know why. Don't know why. I've just got a good feeling. You know what? Talking to like-minded fans like you guys helps, doesn't it? Helps, especially when there's a lot of positivity in the chat. I love that. Absolutely love it. We need it today. Kate says, get that wet lettuce lounge out. Absolutely, absolutely. He needs to go, doesn't he? He should have gone already. He should have gone a long time ago. Let's get him out now. Barbaric says, lounge interview, treating the fans like idiots. Get him out now. He's absolute pure waffle. Everything he says, nobody believes, do they? It is what it is. And Ghosted saying, yeah, listen, hey, I didn't think it through this morning, okay? It was early. And I didn't think this was as red as what it looks. Off screen, it doesn't look as red. It looks more like a deep red kind of burgundy kind of, I don't know. But never mind. Pete says, if you lose, Spurs are in deeper trouble than Prince Andrew. Not going to comment on anything like that. You never know. You never know who's. I don't trust the internet. You know what I mean? Don't comment. I don't get into trouble then. Steve says game today is now a sellout, full capacity. It needs to be. Spurs fans, I gotta say, as fans, as Tottenham fans, we really have to get behind the team today. And it's going to be tough, right? It's going to be hard. There's going to be times when we're going to be under a lot of pressure. We probably won't get that many chances. But all game, the fans have to stay on side because the moment they turn, the moment things start going awry and maybe we go behind, if the fans turn, we've got no chance. We have to be that 12th man today. We have to be that 12th man. So anyone going, I know it's difficult at the moment, but guys, stick behind the team. Even if it's just for this game, stick behind the team. Let's see what we can get out of it. We can help. We definitely can. And we're not going to help if we are against the team. We need to be with them. Carl's in said bookies are 1-2 Arsenal. Spurs are odds 5-1 to win. Lads, bookies rarely wrong. Listen, absolutely. I agree. Though 5-1 to win is a pretty good little deal. Might have to stick a fiver on it. Yeah, bookies are rarely wrong, but sometimes, sometimes it goes against them. Listen, we are massive underdogs for this game. Arsenal are top of the league for a reason. they're a good bloody side, a good side. Probably the best Arsenal side in many years, since Wenger's team. But and we're 16th, and we're 16th for a reason because we're poor. But this is a North London derby, and anything can happen. And a set piece, a sending off, a mistake, and pressure at this time in the season as well. Pressure does start to get to you, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it at Arsenal. Maybe we're seeing it at Spurs as well in a way. But let's see what happens. Guys, if you haven't, first time I've said it today, smash that like. It is so important to try and get to 50 likes as quickly as possible. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I am a Spurs fan, honest, even though I'm wearing reddish today, but I am a yid. So please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Dave says, how's no other Spurs fans thought of this? Tudor is to do. Come on, you Spurs. I think they have. I think they have. I think I've seen that around quite a lot. Tudor is to do, or to dare is to Tudor. Um, let's see. Let's see. He could become an instant hero, couldn't he, today? By 6:30 tonight, he could be loved by every single Tottenham fan and hated by every Arsenal fan. But let's see what happens. Ghostis says, Carl, Sky Bet has Spurs 5-1 to win the game and Arsenal at 2-1. I think Spurs could get something today. I think it's got, I'll be honest, I think it's got draw written all over it. I think the best result Spurs can get is a point. But you never know. You never know. Like I say, I'm hoping for an early red card for an Arsenal player and then we can just get on it and win the game. Hopefully. Wayne says, leather black Americano gets my morning off to the right start before work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Weirdly, though, I don't drink coffee at home. Only drink tea at home. But I have to go to a coffee shop every day. The coffee shop I do go to is very similar to this kind of color, but in fact, I've gone in quite often in this hoodie, and people ask me, "Oh, excuse me, can you?" I'm just like, "I don't work here. I don't work here. I'm just having a coffee." Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure I don't wear this today when I go there. But yeah, I agree. Love a black Americano too. Messiah says, Carl, bookies were wrong when they were a 1-4 against Wolves. Look at that pound. Exactly. They're not always right. They're not always right. That's the joy of the bookies, right? That's why we put that bet on, because there is a chance we could win. Ghost is saying bookies ain't always right though. And Messiah says, I can still afford to lose long as Forest lose. Yeah, and listen, we can realistically, Liverpool should beat Forest, right? They should. You never know with football. You never know with the Premier League. This season has been strange for results. It really has. So I wouldn't put it past Forest winning because Liverpool are not flying, but it would be a surprise. But if Forest do win, wow, wow, the pressure's on. When do Forest play? Is it today? Let's have a quick look. Premier League games. I think is you know what? I think it's today, isn't it? I think it's I can't even look at the moment. Guys, let me know in the chat. When a Forest playing today, is it 2 o'clock or 2:30? Um, if it is, it's a massive game. It is a massive game. And Barbaric saying, I'd take the loss today and win the next two. 6 points are far more beneficial. They are, mate. Yeah, yeah. But then I just want to heap pressure on Arsenal, really. So yeah, I get you. I get you. I really do. Carl said, ghosted. We're playing Gray at wing back and Koda Moani up front. Bookies need their supercomputer algorithms to get this result right. He has a point. It's difficult to argue with that. But listen, Moani has to start scoring at some point, right? He has to. I mean, surely you can't come in as a striker, play 30 odd games, which he would have by the end, and not score a Premier League goal. You would think that he's going to start scoring and start scoring soon. And maybe today's the day. Maybe today is the day that we see the best out of Kolo Moani. And, you know, the less said about Gray, the better. Gray's a good young player. I feel for him. Jamie said, wearing red is fine, fine. Only a bloody colour. I guess I'm getting older. Well, exactly. And, it is what it is. I've got no argument. I really haven't. Kate said, Nige, tea for me all day long. Wonder if Lange will be at the match. It's him that's left us in this mess, Lange out. Oh, he'll be there. He'll be there creeping around at the back, probably. You know what he's like. He's one of those, isn't he? Seen and not heard. Often seen a lot, but you don't often hear from him too much. And when you do, it's complete waffle. But he'll be lurking around at the back, poking his little head up from time to time. Leduc said, I'm going for 2-1 Spurs. We win by penalty goal in the 90th. An ultimate Gooner breakdown. That would be fantastic. Do you know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping for a really tight game, but a really exciting game. Maybe like 2-2, 90th minute. Spurs get a corner. Cross comes in. Van der Ven, thumping header, runs away, kisses the shirt, pulls it off, gets booked. It's fine. Arsenal players on their knees. And yeah, absolute meltdown from Arsenal, but Spurs flying. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. But it is dream world. I know. Epec saying that the Rock really started with Ange. Total contradiction. States he's a winner, yet happy to throw the league. Yes, yes. Listen, we've been poor for a couple of years now. There's no doubt about it. We have been poor for a couple of years. Um, but I think, for me, and I agree with you, Epic. I just think, it's time to stop. Time to stop with the. We can't keep going on the managers, can we? The Ange Postecoglou's, the Thomas Franks now, because the next manager we get in, what are we going to be? What is it going to be? It's going to be like again. How many managers do we go back? I think it's totally time now to start focusing on the future. Let's get these points, stay in the league, and then hopefully get some excitement going in for next season. But we will see. We've got to stay in the Premier League first, right? Wayne said, whatever the result, we need to improve our home form. It's not been the fortress it should be. Our home form has been terrible for a few years, hasn't it? A few years. And, it's difficult to put a finger on it, on why. I would say part of the reason, and this is just the way it is, there's nothing we can do about it now, is that everyone wants to play in this stadium, right? It's a beautiful stadium, beautiful facilities. Why would you not want to play in it? The away fans are right at the touchline as well. The away fans need to be in the gods. I know the Tottenham's not like Newcastle, where it's miles away, but then we need to put the away fans as high as possible and out the way, so you can't hear them as well. They're stuck in the corner, and we need to do something to make that home ground a fortress. Many things we can do, stick in hardcore fans in a certain area, have a chanting section that really gets the fans going, flags, all sorts that we can do. But will Spurs do it? Probably not. He is in. Said, morning, mate. Feeling positive today, at least for a draw with the manager bounce. Have a good feeling about Tudor after his pressers. I'm feeling exactly the same, mate. I don't want to go too hard too soon, but I am really confident that this manager can be. I mean, successful is a word because we've only got 12 games left. Of course, he's got the Champions League as well, but I've got a good feeling that short term he's going to come in and get a reaction. Definitely, definitely short term. It may not happen today, as in result. I think we get a performance. Result may not happen today. We are literally down to the bare bones, guys. The bare bones. I'm guessing we have 13 players fit. If Solanke's not fit, 13 players, and then we're into the kids. So we really are up against it. And I think as fans, we have to try and remember that it's not easy out there for any manager that comes in. We have a really tough injury crisis. No other team in the Premier League has this injury crisis. And this is not I'm not using this as an excuse because we still have enough good players on the pitch to get results. But listen, any other team in the Premier League had the amount of injuries that we had, and they would be struggling as well, I think. But guys, drop a comment and let me know what you think. Am I right? Am I deluded? Am I using injuries as an excuse? I don't know. Rain is in. Big up, Rain. Says, morning, Nige. Not expecting, but hopeful we get a new coach bounce today. Looking at the unavailable players on both sides tells a story. It does. It does. Absolutely. And as I've just said, Tottenham absolutely crushed with injuries. Arsenal, not so much. But, let's see what happens. I am extremely hopeful as well that we can get something out of today's game. Whether it's a win or not, I don't know, but a draw would be absolutely fantastic. Rainer says we'll be cheering from South Africa 1-0, not to the Arsenal. Listen, I think we'd all big up to you, Rainer. I think we'd all take a 1-0 victory right now, wouldn't we, as Spurs fans? A 1-0 victory, move on, 3 points, almost guaranteed safety. And then we see what happens with the rest of the season. And then we see if Arsenal falter some more. But let's get there first. Ghost has said, I never put Spurs in my ACCA. You know what? I've made the mistake of putting Spurs in my ACCA so many times over the years. You know, oh, Tottenham playing West Brom at home. That's a 3-pointer. Absolute banger. That's going to be a Tottenham win. Spurs 1-6 on, and they end up drawing or losing. It's just like brilliant. Just cost me 300 quid. Always put them in, and they always let me down. I just can't help myself, mate. Can't help myself. The Devil says the bookies are also had Scotland at 7-1 to beat England in the rugby yesterday. They do get things wrong. You know what? I'm not a rugby person at all. Didn't even know there was rugby going on. Just says it all, doesn't it? Andrew says your top looks maroon, nice. Absolutely, that's the colour I was looking for. Maroon. It is maroon. Costa colour. So yeah, not red at all. Not red at all. Steve says, I want to hear the fans singing, how shit must you be? We're winning at home. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely brilliant. Let's hope that happens. He has says needs to be rocking today. That stadium doesn't feel like home to me at all. Would take the old White Hart Lane back in a heartbeat. Absolutely, mate. I agree. It's you know what? When that new stadium started going up, I was so excited about Tottenham moving into the 21st century. Yeah, at last we're going to have this massive stadium. We're going to be one of the biggest clubs in the land. And it's up now. It's been up a few years, and I just haven't got that feel for it. You know, listen, I've never been a season ticket holder. Try to get up Spurs a couple of times a year if I can. Every time I went to White Hart Lane, and listen, it wasn't always rocking. I think it's a bit revisionism that we're like, oh, the stadium was always rocking at Spurs. It wasn't always rocking. I've been to Tottenham and it's been quiet at White Hart Lane, but it just felt more. I don't know. It just felt more Tottenham to me. And when it did get loud, it got loud. I can remember going to the old White Hart Lane and the stadium crackling. The electricity in the air. I've never felt that in a new stadium yet. And I'm guessing it's probably been like that before, but I don't feel it as often the times that I've been. Mind you, the times I've been at a new stadium, more often than not, we've lost. So, let's see if we can improve that over the years. But there's no doubt we have to be loud in that stadium today. Adam says bookies are often wrong, otherwise we would all be minted. This is true. This is true. Pete says, do know Arsenal had a kit in that colour of your top right now? They did, yeah, they did. They did. I mean, but if we're gonna go on colours of tops, whatever colour we wear, unless it's white, or navy. If I wore navy top, I'd be called something. So, it is what it is. But it was a nice kit Arsenal had, wasn't it? When they had this colour kit. I can remember it being on the front of I think it was Pro Evolution 5, was it? With Henri. Yeah, great kit and a great game, by the way. Spurs Talk Show is in royalty. Big up to you, mate. It's Derby Day night. It absolutely is. Massive game. Are you going today, Sean? If you are, mate, sing loud. Sing loud for us, buddy. We need you there today. Kate says, Nige, let's hope this team have some fight in them today and play for 490 minutes. It's so important. We cannot be having these 45-minute spells, can we? It's not, listen, it's not even 45 minutes, is it? We will have a 20-minute spell and a half. The rest of the time, we're pretty turgid. We need at least 70 minutes when we're on it. No team plays for 90 minutes, very unusual. But if we can have a 70-minute game when we're playing really well, we can drop off for 5 minutes here and now. It's fine. But we need to be at it 100%. And the fans need to be at it as well for 90 minutes if they can be. Because it's exactly what Van der Ven said, isn't it? They need the fans for the whole game. So let's hope they do. Guys, nearly 70 in here. Smash a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Really do appreciate it. If you think Arsenal are going to win, hit that like button. If you think Spurs are going to win, hit that like button. Just hit that like button. It is so important. Steve says, yes, Forest, 2 p.m. Oh, a massive game. Massive game. Ghosted said, I've got Forest to beat Liverpool today, mate. This is where you're going wrong, Ghosted. What? What? A Forest at home. A Forest. I mean, Forest have got quite a good record against Liverpool, haven't they? To be fair. But I'd be amazed if Forest won today. Amazed but not surprised, because everyone's beaten everyone in this Premier League. And Forest have started well, haven't they, under their new manager? Won in Europe in midweek quite comfortably. I can see Forest getting out of it. I just said earlier that I can. The more I think about it, I see Forest getting out of it. I don't know who's going to go down. I still think West Ham. Though last week I said West Ham were going to get out of it. Listen, mine changes by the week on this Premier League season, because a team that you think are going to lose suddenly win. Brighton yesterday beat Brentford. I thought Brentford, that was a home banker. And Brighton couldn't buy a win. Suddenly they win. Suddenly they're out of it. Let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting day today for sure. Monkey Tyrant says, good morning. Oh, come on, you Spurs. We have so many injuries, but let's win it for the fans and for Tudor and for themselves. Let's win it for themselves. These players need a performance to give themselves some confidence. Hopefully that comes today. Big up to you, Monkey. Really do appreciate you being in here. Ghost has said we have to find some hopium from somewhere. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've had enough of being negative. I've spent the last 2 years absolutely slamming this club. And listen, for what, 13 hours at least, 12 hours at least, I'm going to try and be positive. I can be negative later if bad things happen. But right now, got to be positive. Absolutely got to be. Adam says, smash the likes, please. Or absolutely. It is so important, especially smaller channels, bigger channels. The likes are so important because it pushes you out to more people. Apparently, the more likes you get. Barbaric says, laugh out loud like Nige, staring at the camera, trying to gaslight us to believe in Moani has to come good. Look into my eyes. I'm like, listen, he's got it, right? He has to come good. He has to come good. I think he's going to come good today. I think today's going to be his day. I think Moani gets a goal. Anyone doing a haka, Moani to score first. Ooh. It could happen. It could happen. Shamtan is in, said, morning, Nigel. Hope you're well. I'm good, mate. I hope you are too. We need points, points, points. Don't care how they come from, where they come from or how, but today we need a great performance and effort. I agree. Listen, we have 12 Premier League games left. 12. Plenty of games to get some points. And I was looking at some fixtures. I was watching Cookie's show last night, and they were going through the fixtures of what they have and what they have left, and other teams have. And I'm like, Spurs have a really pretty straightforward run. Pretty straightforward, Everton, Leeds, Palace, Forest at home, Brighton at home. All of those are winnable. Wolves away, and I know our record is terrible at Wolves, but it's still bottom of the league. We've got some games that are very winnable, whereas other teams, Forest being one of them, have a really tough run in. So let's see what happens. I think, if Spurs were to go down, then they deserve it, because they would have chucked it away right then. There's no way from this position we are now that we should be going down. But let's see what happens. It's not beyond the realms of possibilities. But yeah, performance today is 100% needed. We cannot roll over and get our bellies tickled and go down with a whimper because it will just be more the same. And then you have to look at it and say, maybe these players aren't good enough. Maybe these players aren't good enough. Let's see what happens. Big up to you, Cork. I'm not going to call you Corks. Was never winning the league to throw it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You're an Arsenal fan? Are you an Arsenal fan, man? You expect managers to work with the tools they are given to get top four, um, but predict getting eighth. We talking about Spurs here or anyone else? I think. Listen, as fans, right? I think as fans, listen. I agree. I agree. We haven't been given the tools, but I'm talking about Spurs. I don't know whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, but we haven't been given the tools to finish in that top four. But as fans, you always get a little bit of hope at the start of the season, don't you? My hope was seven. I thought I was hoping we'd get into Europe as Spurs. You know, even if it's conference, I was hoping for European football next season. Doesn't look like that's going to happen now. But listen, it is what it is. Adam says a Richie winner just to piss them all off. I mean, listen, I don't care who scores. I just can't stand Richie when he does that stupid pigeon celebration. I mean, of all the birds, right? Of all the birds in all the world, you choose vermin of the sky. You choose a pigeon, a freaking pigeon. Um, I mean, they taste good, but yeah, I don't get it. Barbaric saying, keep smashing the likes and sub people. Absolutely, keep smashing them. So important. I have a blocked nose, which isn't good. Coke saying your expectations means you can't be wrong. Rodney says 2 o'clock. This is for the Forest Liverpool game. So I'm taking it. It's on Sky. I will be watching. I will be watching. I purchased Now TV yesterday. I haven't. Yeah, I got rid of my Sky. Was having a bit of problems with them. Billing issues. They are scum. I'm going to say it now. They are. But so I purchased a bit of Now TV at the moment just so I can watch the Premier League games at the weekend. Typically, I'll purchase it thinking, brilliant. Oh, Man City Newcastle tonight. And Man City Newcastle was on TNT. So there you go. Let down first night, but it is what it is. Colt says fans glaze over these players who've never achieved anything for Spurs, but want the players who did win out. Um, I'm not sure. Who do we want? Who do we want? Who do we want out? I'm not sure we want anyone out. Um, but listen, hey, you got a point. You got a point. Mike Pepper's in saying, let's win every game. That should be mentally starting from Enoch. Listen, what happens if we win every game? What happens if we win every game in the next 12? Do we then keep the manager? Is a question, isn't it? Because right now, I think we're all at that point where we're like, he's not staying. He's only here for 12 games. I can like him for a little bit because he's not really that important. He's here for 12 games, then he pisses off. And then Poch comes back, everyone's happy. Woo, let's have a party. But what if he was to win, let's say 8 out of 12, 8 out, even 7 out of 12, and get us into the semi-final of the Champions League? What happens then? Are we suddenly like, he's quite good. We should keep him. Because if you look at his record, he doesn't stay anywhere long. And he's got a habit of starting well at clubs and then dropping off. So it'll be interesting. For me personally, I say it now. Happy to have him for the next 12 games and however long we're in the Champions League. But I don't want to see him at Spurs next summer. I've got my heart set on Poch for whatever reason, rightly or wrongly. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. Drop a comment in. Would you keep him if we won 7 or 8 of the last 12 games? The devil says, oops, I meant Ireland. Gotcha. I know you're talking rugby. Don't watch it, but I know you're talking rugby. Bob says, morning, Nige, and to all in the chat. Come on, you Spurs. Good morning to you, Bob. Hope you're well, mate. And Cork says, when Richie comes back, Solanke has to step aside. Interesting one. What do we think, guys? Richie or Solanke? Both of them not brilliant, in my opinion. I think we need 2 strikers in the summer. Um, I don't know. Listen, Solanke's done okay since he's been back, but apparently he's got a sore throat. Does he play today? I don't know. Maybe he does. Let's see what happens. Bob says, hopefully we can get something out of this game. It is all about getting something, isn't it? It is all about getting something out of the game today, whether it's a win or draw. I would take a draw right now. Matata United said that Man United had injuries and players gone to the AFCON. They did. Absolutely. Yes, United had a lot of injuries earlier on in the season. But now they got their players back, they're starting to roll, aren't they? They're starting to make things happen, getting results. It looks like top 4 is definitely on the cards for Manchester United at the moment. Bob says we need to match West Ham's result or better, and that's it. That's all we've got to do. That's all we've got to do is match whatever West Ham do. We've got to match. It's a sorry state of affairs that this is where we are as a club, but this is where we are as a club. And we will see what happens for the rest of the season. I actually think it's quite exciting. You know what? This is going to sound mental, right? But if you're not at the top of the league, yeah, challenging for Champions League every week, and there's something on the game, then I think I'd rather be at the bottom. Because if we were mid-table mediocrity, these games would mean nothing. And it'd all be a bit like, does it matter? Now we're fighting for something. There's something to play for, you know. That's where I am with it, rightly or wrongly. I'm not, I'd like to be. I love to be challenging for top 4, but the fact that we're not, I'm quite happy that we're in a relegation battle because it gives us something to get excited about and something to watch. Pete says, I'll be honest, as a Gooner, I never put Arsenal in. They always fuck me over no matter what. I tell you what, it is always the same, isn't it? It really is. And I've never been one to win a lot on Accas. I win every now and again. A lot of the time I do a cash out. I did a cash out on an Arsenal game early on in the season. It was the start of the season, and it was one of those bets where it was just like how many corners, how many throw-ins. And I'm like, oh, that'd do. I stick a 5 on that. And it was like 386 to 1. And I just put something stupid like that. I put a 5 on it, forgot about it. I looked at half time. And there was loads of corners, loads of throw-ins, and the other one was tackles or something. And the tackles were about halfway as well. I thought, you know what? There's a chance I could win that. And the cash out was like at 98 quid. And I'm like, you know what? For fiver, I'm just going to cash out 98 quid. I did. I don't know how it ended, but I'm pretty certain it was close. I reckon I would have won that 380 quid, but it is what it is. You got to take it. 90 quid for a fiver. Happy days. Happy days for a few throw-ins as well. Chonky's in. My son said, morning, Dad, and all in the chat. One of the biggest North London derbies in recent memory today. It is simply because there's a lot to play for both clubs. Chonky, does this mean you got your internet sorted? Hopefully you have. We need to play some DayZ. God, we need to play some DayZ. Monkey Trident says, can't wait to see the TIFO. Absolutely. I've got to be honest. We may be terrible at building squads, but we are Champions League World Cup winners when it comes to creating TIFOs. We do the best TIFOs in Europe, in my opinion. Absolutely fantastic at them. I mean, you look at our TIFOs and you look at the Gooners TIFO, and it's like, good attempt, guys. Well done. We are really good at them. It's just a pity we're not that great on the pitch. But I'm looking forward to seeing it as 2. It should be a good one. 2 Dan Sofor said, I am torn, to be honest, mate. If they come out and play like that away game at City, first game of the season, I will be asking the players and Frank to come to that. Where has it been? Yeah, exactly. This is where we are, isn't it? Did the players throw the manager under the bus? Did they stop playing for Frank? We're going to see today, aren't we? Is it going to be a new manager bounce? Will they just result to type after a couple of games? I don't know. Let's see if the players put in a performance today. They need to. They need to for themselves more than anything. It was World Cup year. A lot of these players are playing for places in the World Cup squads. And for me, a lot of them don't deserve to be in it at the moment. Bod the Cap says, "Morning, mate. Spent my Saturday praying other teams get beat, i.e., West Ham, Leeds. Never thought my once great club would fall so far. Praying for 12 points from anywhere." Yeah, I agree. I agree. This is where we are. You're so used to it as fans looking at those results and looking at the top teams. Oh, Chelsea. Oh, if they lose, we could get in. Suddenly, we're looking at West Ham and Bournemouth and Leeds away at Villa. And when Leeds were one up, it's like, oh my God, this is terrible. And even now, Leeds 2 points ahead of us in the Premier League table. I mean, if someone said that at the start of the season, Leeds, after 26 games, would be 2 points ahead of you. Shocking, shocking. But I think we get those 12 points, Bod. I really do. I think we get those 12 points. I think we'll be fine. I don't think we're under too much pressure yet. Losing another couple, then, who knows? But let's see what happens. Steve said hello to Sean. Too darn so forth said, "I must confess, since the formation changed by Leeds, they are bloody good watch. They play some good football. They do play some good football. And wasn't at the start of the season, weren't we linked with my mind's gone blank about the striker they got? The ex-Evans, Calvert Lewin. I mean, I can't speak. Calvert Lewin, we were linked with him, weren't we? And so many fans, me included, were like, don't want that twat anywhere near my club. He is awful. He's been fantastic for Leeds. He's been fantastic. I remember his day, didn't he miss a penalty in a penalty shootout on his debut? And everyone's like, he's rubbish. He scored goals. He has scored goals and he's helped Leeds get up that table. And I think they'll be fine as well this season. Monkey Trident says, "Thanks. I'm looking forward to today. Hopefully we beat the scumbags. Hopefully we get something, mate. Hopefully we get something. It's going to be interesting to see. Let's see what happens." Suit Measured said, "Good day, Nige. Chat. Let's get the suit measured for a ding dong and ensure the Guna bottle job." Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's a massive game. Big up to you, mate. I hope you're well. And I think we're gonna get something today, guys. I really do. Rob Plans says, "Morning, mate. I think we could get a draw today." Absolutely. That's what I'm going for. I think a 1-1 or a 2-2, that would be a good draw. I think I'd be more than happy with that today. I think a point is a great result. Kate says, "Nige, we don't beat bottom teams. You have a point. We don't. Our record against these bottom sides are awful. Our record against them last season was terrible. This season, I think, is even worse. Leeds, we beat Leeds. I mean, they're not at the bottom anymore. Burnley, we beat and drew. Of course, Wolves, we lost. No, we drew to. Yeah, West Ham, we beat and drew. Beat and lost. Sorry. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. We're not great this season. We're not great, but I think we've been slightly better than last season. Matt says we need to put in a good performance today and not get complacent. It has to be 100% effort. Nothing more. Nothing more. Whatever happens result wise happens, right? But we have to put in the result. We have to put in the result. Paul says you can't call out managers when they don't achieve what's unrealistic. And why does it need to piss off the fans? And then follows by, and started the European journey. Can Tudor end it by getting to the final? That would be lovely, wouldn't it? I mean, it's a big ask to get to the Champions League final, but stranger things have happened. We get a good draw in the next round. And then in the quarters we get another good draw. Who knows? Who knows? Unlikely. And who knows? The thing is, though, Madders can't come back in, can he? Madders, if we got to the final, Maddison would be out for it. Of course, I'm talking about Maddison. There are rumours that he is back in first team training and that he could make a surprise comeback before the end of the season. I think he will. I think he will. I think we might see him over the next couple of weeks. Not yet, but apparently he's been working really hard and he is close to being fit to play. But let's see how long he is out for. Ghost has said, "Sky and TNT are scammers. Don't even get every game. Laugh out loud. No chance I'll pay 100 quid a month when you can just watch them all for free." Absolutely. The only thing is, for me, I have to watch them on my phone. which isn't fun. But, you know, it's I just think paying for football now is an absolute joke. I wouldn't have a problem. You know what? I wouldn't have a problem even paying like 45, £50 a month. I wouldn't have a problem with that if I could just watch every Premier League game, every one. You know, have your choice. The red button, you can watch any game you want all day. Um, I wouldn't have a problem paying 50 quid a month, but they just charge so much and the choice is so little. I think, you know, some of the games they show live and you're like, what? Why is that on? But, you know, it is what it is. R. Williams is in, said, morning, much love. North London derby can put in a dent in their title ambitions. Absolutely. This is it for me. More importantly, I just want to stop Arsenal winning the league. Sorry to any Gooners out there. I really do. I just want to, if we can help in any way, that would be absolutely fantastic. Big up to you, Rob. Kate said, nice. Wonder if Lewis family are worried we are in a relegation fight and start backing managers next season if we stay up. You would hope, Kate, right, that next season we are going to start backing these managers. We've got to, right? There's no point in going out and appeasing the fans if they do bring Poch in, if they're not going to back him. It's just pointless. It's just pointless. But we all kind of know that that could happen. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it doesn't. Guys, 69 in the house. Smash a like, hit a subscribe if you haven't already. Chasing down 1,500 subs. I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close. I don't think I'm going to get there today somehow. But any help would be much appreciated. Cork says Richie is a senior to Solanke. That's just how it works. I disagree. I think if you're a better, you can be a younger player and better, right? You know, Wayne Rooney coming to the Everton squad at 17 was absolutely smashing it up. I doubt if just because a player was older he got in. But I don't know. Guys, drop a comment and let me know what you think. Rob says the dice has been rolled all about the next 12. Nope, don't want him after because his form dips in the job if he stays. I agree. The devil said odds mean nothing. Wonder how many people bet on Goliath to win all those years ago. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. I'm going to get down the chat simply because I'm going to be passing you over very shortly to the 2 marks. Adam says Solanke over Richarlison all day long for me, and I actually rate him as a player. But we do need a lethal hitman up front next season. I agree. I think we need two, mate. I think we need two strikers next season. Chonky coming in saying internet is sorted. Don't worry. And yes, good, good. Um, Happy about that. Cork says Solanke is not at the level of Richie. Puts fries in the bag. Wow, we got a Richie fan in the house. Fair play to you, Corks. I mean, I'm not a Richie fan. I'm not a Richie fan, but fair play to each their own. Curtis Painter says 3-0 to the Arsenal. 3-0. Listen, who knows? If Arsenal turn up, then they will beat us, right? If Arsenal turn up and perform to their best, Spurs will get beaten. But let's see what happens. Jorgensen saying we have to focus on ourselves. We have the quality, even though most of it is out injured. I agree. So many injuries, so many injuries. Hotspur Flicks is in. Big up to you, mate. Come on, you Spurs. Get over to Hotspur Flicks and smash a subscribe to his channel. Daniel Field saying it's the day. It absolutely is. Massive game for Tottenham. Massive game for Arsenal. It is a massive North London derby. Big up to you, Daniel. And Hotspur Flicks saying, going live on my channel from 11:30. Come along and join me and talk all things Tottenham and of course, the North London derby. Get over to Hotspur Flicks at 11:30, guys. Support the channel. Does some great work over there. Bod the Cap says, I wish I shared your optimism. I just don't see us winning games at the moment. Let's hope the new manager knows what he is doing. I am optimistic, mate. I think you've got to be right. You know, everyone said it was on Frank. I was one of the ones said, look, these players aren't good enough either. Let's see if these players are good enough. Let's see if they are. I think there's enough home games there that are winnable. And I know our form's been wretched at home, but I'm still confident. And someone said to me yesterday, why are you so confident at home? Because we're crap at home. or I think he was a fan of another club. Spurs are crap at home. They are crap at home, but I would much rather play at home than away still. I'm still more confident at home than away. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting one. I think of all the runs of the bottom teams, I think we have the best one. So no excuses for me at all. Corks is saying, I'm going for a win. Get in there. That would be great. Dave Jones says, morning all, cup of tea needed. I think we will lose today, but fingers crossed we can get a draw. But anything can happen. Absolutely. It's a North London derby, right? Anything can happen. I think that on paper we lose, but there's no reason why we can't get something out of the game. Jorgen says 3-2 Spurs, crazy game. That would be the dream, yeah, for me. I don't want to see a boring, tight 0-0 game with one goal in it, maybe. I want to see an exciting end-to-end, lots happening, penalties, sendings offs. Not for us, hopefully. But yeah, I want to see all sorts. All sorts. The press said, big up Nigel and everyone in the chat. Is anyone tired of hearing Ange non-stop? I thought it would have stopped by now. But it is what it is. Listen, he's now 2 managers ago, but he's still the talk of the town. And the press said, did anyone else enjoy the result last night? Man City are incoming. It's like the sound of Jaws isn't it? They ramp it up, don't they, towards the end of the season. I've got to say, Newcastle were unlucky yesterday. I thought they deserved a point maybe out of that game. City took their foot off the gas a little bit second half. Find it hard, but they got the result. They got the job done. They are getting the job done and getting the results and putting the pressure on Arsenal. And we absolutely love to see it. Absolutely love to see Arsenal under pressure, don't we? Dave says, Nige, do you think we will go down? Nige, do you think if we go down, the owners will spend more money to rebuild, or would they sell the club? I don't think they sell them, Dave. Don't think they sell the club simply because I think they wouldn't get as much money. I think they try and get us back into the Premier League. I don't think they would spend a lot of money. We would spend, but it wouldn't be a lot. It would be interesting to see who left the club and who we had left. And so it is what it is, right? Whereas I don't want us to go down, of course not. Maybe the bigger picture. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So I'm not advocating us going down at all, but I don't know. I just think something's got to change. Something's got to give. And something catastrophic as us going down may change things. But I don't think so. The press says smash those likes and subscribe and hype. I always forget about saying hype. Yeah, smash that hype button too for Pure Coys TV. Cork said, no, I mean there's a pecking order, Richie, but gotcha. I gotcha, mate. Absolutely gotcha. Yeah, possibly. Kate, press said hello to Kate. Getting confused, guys. Guys, I am going to leave it and pass on. I didn't realize it was 9:33 already. Going to say hello to Alex. Big up to you, mate. I hope you're well. Seeing if anyone else is in the chat that I haven't said hello to. I don't think so. Guys, smash a like. Hit the subscribe on your way out. Stay tuned because I am passing you over to the 2 marks. So I'm going to make a cup of tea and then I'll be on there as well. But guys, have a great day. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Spurs. They owe us one, right? They owe us a game. Hopefully, they put in a performance and we get some sort of result, whether that's a win or draw. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe. And as always, stay positive and stay pure Coys.